And good morning. It is a beautiful summer morning today. Everything smells like heaven. It is a nice cool breeze. The only thing I don't like about today is the oppressively bright sun, but that's just a burden I have to bear. But also the direct sun makes me look white as a sheet. I promise you I'm not sick. This is just what I look like in the sunlight. I'm very ghostly in the sunlight. But today I just wanted to talk about why I think it's important to unplug, like I've been doing for the last year. Unplug with a portion of your time each week and invest in things around you. And I love nature. I think it's important to touch and to feel and to ingrain yourself with nature of some sort. Now, I know that some city folk might not have that kinship. I get that, but I do. And so I'm going to talk to you in a way that the older people in my family talked to me. But I'm going to sort of use my own words and make it more modern. I think that it's very important to understand and to feel your place in a bigger order of things that you are just a small part of. And I don't mean that I want you to feel like you're inconsequential, insignificant. No, that's not what I mean. We all need to realize we are part of something bigger. The decades, generations of forced radical individualism on us have atomized us. And the technology of modernity makes us feel like our individual self needs to be lifted up by other things instead of the opposite of that. We are a part of something bigger than us. We're part of different collectives. We are part of family, community, ethnicity, race, religion. These things are not egotistical and individual. These things are generational, cosmic, spiritual, bigger than a single person's lifespan, more important than a single person's desires or goals or foibles. And if you go outside and disconnect from the internet for a day or two, even an hour or two to start, just go out. You've heard the phrase touch grass going around the internet a lot. I've heard that many times. I don't know if it's cringe or not to say touch grass. It kind of feels like it would be at this point. But this is what I'm talking about today. There's a vehicle coming. Give me a second. I didn't think there'd be anybody out here this time of day. It's just after when people go to work and before lunch rush. It's probably around 9:45 or 10 a.m. right now. Anyway, I thought that it would be quiet over here. That's why I came over here. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I literally want you to go outside and be a part of nature by touching it and feeling it. Climb a tree, touch grass, etc. Now, why do I think that's important? Well, we're going to go over here, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to paraphrase some things that wise old people in my family here in rural hillbilly town taught me when I was a kid. Let's look over here. We'll go over here in the shade a little bit because it makes me not want to die. I know the sun is really important, but man, it gets to me. I am not exactly a vampire, but maybe vampire adjacent. I don't know, but the sun really bothers me. Okay, we're in the shade now, so let's look here. We have some sunflowers. We have all different kind of foliage here. We got some thorns and some bushes and some little trees trying to happen. So why is it important? Why is it important to touch these things, to sit in the grass, to feel the flowers, to climb a tree, maybe swim in a lake or a river or the ocean if you live on the coast? Why is that important? Well, we're going to sit down here. Let's find a place for me to sit that is not going to be in dog shit and will hopefully not be uncomfortable. Let's sit right here. We're going to sit right here. Okay. Can we see me okay? We can see me okay. So, what do we have here? We have a sunflower, right? A little sunflower. Well, there are little bugs that live in these things. Sometimes you can see them crawling around. I don't know if there's some kind of mite or what have you. Oh, look. We have a buttercup over here. Looks like we have a couple of dandelions. See, there's all kinds of things you can look at and touch. Here's some kind of, I forget what this is called, but it's some kind of aggressive weed plant that grows all over the place here. Anyway, when you sit and you're a part of things, and you just sit here, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, look in the dirt. Let's look right now. Maybe we'll find a bug or two. You can find an earthworm sometimes. You'll find some beetles. Maybe you'll see some ants. There's a little bug right there getting ready to get stuck in this tiny little spider web. See that right there? I don't know if you can see that very well or not. So, the point is, you sit out in nature. And most people don't have the luxury of growing up in nature or growing up between two farms like I did anymore. But it teaches you are a part of a big order of things. We live and we die. Our biological matter becomes other kinds of biological matter that feeds other things. And then those things feed other insects and birds and shit that add that energy and that substrate of what we are back into this big order of things. And whether you believe that the Yahweh of the Christian book created everything this way on purpose, or you believe we are just a beautiful moment in the chaos engine of the cosmos to be able to experience and reflect all of this, or maybe you believe something else that I don't have the prerequisite knowledge to talk about, something pagan, Norse, or something like that. Whatever it is you believe, you can't deny you are a part of a big order of things, something greater than just you. But you can think about it, and the other things can't. You look at the flowers, the little bugs that live on flowers. You look at the earthworms that crawl around, maybe some ants. Do we have a little ant hill around here? No. I see a little bit of mud, but that's not it. There's ants all over the place. Maybe I should have scouted out a place, but the idea just came to me. But anyway, oh, there's something right there. Look. Oh, it's a wolf spider. Can you see him? Can you see him? Run for me again, wolf spider. There he goes. You see him? So that's a hunter spider. That's not a web layer. That's a hunter. So no matter what you believe created all of this, or if there even is a creator to all of this, when you sit in it and you feel it and you think about it, it teaches you something that you need to know. You are a unique type of creature that can think about abstract futures and your connection to things unlike everything else in this natural order. You are a unique and beautiful expression of reality or the creator or whatever it is you believe in. And this matters. It matters because it makes you feel both connected and special. And also it absolves you of a lot of the burdens of modernity. Because people, even like myself, we want you to be active politically around you. We want you to actively build towards the future and that kind of thing. But you also have to temper that desire, that drive, by realizing there's only so much you can do to affect this great order of things. And I think when you learn that and you embrace that, it helps you focus on a smaller window of what's going on around you. And you feel more, I guess you could say, a mix of absolved and empowered at the same time. Oh, look, we have a bug. What are you, little bug? Little black bug crawling on the grass. What are you? I don't know what you are. And that's another thing. Oh, excuse me. I almost dropped the phone and turned it off. I almost clicked the stop button there. But it's just, that's another thing I just want you to think about is you are part of things bigger than you. Family, community, culture, an ecosystem, a state, an ethnicity, a race, a religion. Your actions, while minuscule, can have tremendous effect on your own well-being and on the well-being of those around you. But don't lose sight of thinking that everything big, everything bigger than you and things you can't possibly understand is going to live or die because of your actions or inactions. That's a lesson I've had to learn. I am a person of extreme emotion and ideas. And I have been plagued for years, feeling like I have to make a difference, or because if I don't, everything's gonna go to shit. Everything's gonna fail. And I understand where that feeling comes from and why it's important to nurture that kind of feeling to take up your shield and sword and fight for a cause. But When I spend time with nature around here, I walk among trees, or I go to the nice park that I've taken videos at before, and I walk through there. I look at the wolves, look at the turtles and the otters and the snakes and all the stuff that they have in their little animal exhibits there. I know that no matter what happens with politics and economics and war machine and all this stuff, I know that life goes on. I know that there is a bigger order of things that no amount of screw-ups and inactions is going to destroy. And I think that this helps combat... There's a bug crawling on me, speaking of bugs. I think that this also helps combat the panicky, negative side of climate alarmism and climate change stuff that people talk about. The world has been here a lot longer than we have, and it's gone. Science can show us that there has been crests and troughs of climate shift. And I don't think anything that humans do or don't do is going to destroy the planet or destroy the atmosphere. I think that's a bit silly. And the more that you spend time meditating upon being a part of nature, being a part of this great order of things, the healthier it will make you view yourself, what you can do and what you can't do, and hopefully what you should do. And I can't tell you what you should do, but I can make some recommendations. I think that you should care about yourself and build the wisest, healthiest, most put-together self that you can. I think you should look for a community, a life partner, make a husband or a wife out of someone, build a family. And you should probably do everything you can to create businesses and churches and artwork and culture and literature that celebrates and advances the things that you think are important about your life, your family, your community, and your ethnicity. I think we all should be doing that. And in that pursuit, you have to be healthy, and you have to not feel crushed by hopelessness. And you have to not feel like you alone carry the burden of your whole people on your shoulders. I have to learn that too. And it's a difficult thing for me. But my nature walks, unplugging from the internet half the week. Oh, look. We have a teeny tiny little bug on me. I don't even know what that is. Can you guys see it? I can't tell if you can see it or not. It's a little teeny tiny red bug. I'm going to blow it away now. Go away. Okay. I think that we all need... Oh, and what are you? We have another bug. See what I mean about just sitting in nature being its own little adventure? I've only been here for like 8 minutes, and I've already made all kinds of acquaintances out here. What are you? I can't tell what you are. I think that was a mosquito. I don't like those. But I think that it's healthy to realize the whole burden, the burden of everything doesn't rest on your shoulders. You're not alone. And even if you drop the ball, even if you put down the torch for your own well-being, the whole world's not going to fall apart. And a lot of us who are driven, many of you who have probably found my channel for these reasons, you need to realize there's only so much you can change and so much you can do. And it's important to invest in play, art, shallow religious enjoyment, singing songs, reading the Bible with your loved ones, if that's your kind of thing. Doing things that enrich your life for the simple pleasure of doing it and experiencing it. Not everything is spin, not everything is propaganda. And you have to live your life to be positive and to encourage and inspire and carry forward the positive things that got us to where we are now. I struggle with that because I don't feel those personally. My life has been one of hedonistic oblivion. I've made bad choices. I've done things I wish I could undo. I can't do any of that. I did not have the best nurturing family life growing up, and about half my family's already dead or moved away, some of them. And what few family I have left are really good people, and I cherish the relationship I'm building with them now. But I wish that I would have started this 20-some years ago. I wish that I hadn't had gone on Rumspringa when I was young and never came back. I wish I hadn't have left. I got a notification that my phone is dying. So apparently I've been talking a lot longer than I thought, or I walked a lot longer than I thought. So I'm going to wrap it up there. I love you guys. Have a great week. Take care of yourself, embrace nature, and do the best you can.